Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. So I wasn't going to do a video, you guys, because I'm not feeling good. And my fiance just did a video on this, but I was laying here and like the more I think about it, the more I'm connecting more stuff. And I'm going to do a video since we can't play these interviews for you because it's really low on my speaker. I have kind of a crappy phone, and for some reason we can't get it recording on your guys's on our computer so that you guys can hear it audibly. So I figured I wanted to explain these interviews and some of the other stuff that went wrong the best I can, since we can't play these for you. And so I want to explain to you why I think these interviews were so fake, and I want you guys to tell me if you guys think the same thing. I mean, 20 years experience, you guys. I'm going to explain to you some of these questions and reactions and stuff that they had, and explain to you why I think that this is so messed up, and why I think these interviews are so fake. Now, mind you, 20 years almost, you guys, of experience. I've worked in customer service since I was 14 years old, and I'm 33. Okay, so 18 years experience here. So 3 managers for Subway, 6 different locations. Different questions, you guys. 18 years of experience. I have all the credentials and everything, plus the experience, the customer service, the references, the job references, the personal references. I have it all. I'm actually overqualified. I even have supervisor experience, you guys. And 3 different Subway managers for 6 locations. They decided to go a different route. All the credentials you need to run every single position in Red Lobster's restaurant. Okay, so that means if somebody calls in for something, I even have a liquor license, so I can fill in a bartender. I can serve their food. I can cook it. I could even I could run this restaurant, you guys. I can do it all. I can host. I can bartend. I can serve. I can cook. I can do all of this, and I have all the credentials you need. So tell me why I wouldn't be so valuable to this company, not to mention the experience, 18 years. I mean, customer service is what I specialize in. And so Subway, she starts by asking me how my morning's going and stuff and everything. Now, it was okay. It started as a normal interview until she started asking me questions like, they wanted me to ask you. First of all, I want to know who they are. Who's they? She said, okay, well, let me tell you a little bit about our background. So I started as a Subway cook 9 years ago. A Subway cook? What do you mean? What does Subway cook? You guys, they make fresh made cold sandwiches. Okay, and even if she so happened to be talking about the fresh baked bread, that's baking, guys. That's not a cook. Their meatballs come in a package frozen. Even their soups, okay? Maybe, yeah, their soups actually even come in a package, but even cooking soup, they don't have that in the summertime. So they, hired her 9 years ago as a Subway cook during the winter time to cook soup. That alone didn't make sense. Then she said that they were partially separate. And I said, oh, okay, so then you guys aren't franchise. Or she said partially separate, based out of Spokane. No, I'm sorry, partially private. That was the wording, partially private. And we're mostly based out of Spokane. And I said, oh, okay, so you're different, thinking, oh, this is a different Subway company. They're not run by the same, understandable. And she says, no, all the Subways are franchised. Oh, okay, so that didn't make sense. And then, and then she goes, okay, so I don't usually read off of this thing, so sorry, bear with me here. She goes, they want me to ask you some questions here, and some of these are if you have to work in a restaurant. And the first question she asks is, what kind of businesses are you looking for? They want me to ask, what kind of businesses are you looking for? First of all, who's they? Second of all, I'm pretty sure that I'm here applying for this business right here. So what do you mean, what kind of businesses am I looking for? It didn't make any sense at all whatsoever. Then she goes on to tell me, okay, so this may sound bad, she says, and I have this all on tape. I wish I could play it for you, but since I can't, I'm telling you guys how it went. And then she goes, so we're looking for this may sound bad, she says, but we're looking for a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, which is, pretty much full time. Pretty much full time. That is full time. That's not pretty much full time. That's full time. And I had told her that I was looking to stay at a place for a while and that I wanted to move up in a company. And I heard that Subway was a good company for that. And she said, well, we hire for, yeah, there's room to move up. There's room to move up and, room to sidestep. Well, what does sidestep mean? So anyways, you guys, after this, I started manipulating the information that I was giving her because at that point, right then and there, I knew that it was bogus. Now, let's move on to the interview at Walmart. She was nervous, by the way, this whole time, kept looking at my phone. Every other question, she was looking at my phone, you guys. Now, the Walmart interview after this. Okay, this was the shortest interview I have ever had. It was 7 minutes and 59 seconds, and I have it on tape. Now, mind you, after I walked in, I pushed a couple buttons and I set my phone down right in between us. And he looked at it and he looked at me and he looked back at the phone and he got real red. He got really red in the face and he got real nervous. And he says, so I need you to sign this paperwork, and then this is only a one question interview. One question interview, and the question that they asked me is, tell me a time that you went above, or no, he said, tell me when you went above and beyond in your company. What company? I don't have a company. I don't work for a company. I'm applying for this company. So that was also weird, you guys. I had asked him, what made him pick me? Like, how did I do on the questionnaire? And he said, well, I don't have that information. I don't have that information. It's based on a quiz. And I said, oh, okay, well, if I don't end up getting the job, can you tell me what I can do? I'm collecting information to see what I can do better in case I don't get this job. I want to make sure I nail the next interview. And he's going, I would just say either agree or disagree. Don't be wishy-washy with your answers. After he had just gotten done telling me that it's based on a grading service. Like, so he knew information, but it was just contradiction all around the board, you guys. And then we go into, he's like, well, let me talk to my manager. She's pretty busy right now. She has an orientation and we're shorthanded, so let me see if we need to reschedule or not for you to come back to fill out the paperwork. So I sit there for like another 10 minutes and I have like 5 different managers grouped together and look at me through this little window. You guys, it was kind of weird. And then he comes out and he's going, no, she can go ahead and meet with you. Go ahead and go back there. So she tells me I had just gotten promoted. And so you're actually my first one. I'm new here in this position. Has me confirm my social security number to do a background check. So I did that. And she's going, okay, well, now we'll send you an email and then you got to finish your background check online. And if it comes back, then we'll go to orientation. And then she goes, but you might want to check your spam just in case, because the gal before you had it happened to where it went in her spam. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen to you too. Well, what do you mean the gal you just did before me? You just told me I was your first one and you just got promoted to this position. And then right before they had me meet with you, he just told me that you were shorthanded and you were doing an orientation. And so I might have to come back and schedule, but yet I was your first one. This makes no sense, you guys. This makes absolutely no sense. Fake interviews. Has this always happened? I don't understand, you guys, and I really want to know what you think. Like, is it just me? Am I wrong on this? I mean, does anybody else ever remember interviews being like this? Is this weird to you? This is almost a 10-minute video, you guys. I'm going to let it go at that. And yeah, let me know what you think. Thumb me up if you agree with me. Thumb me down if you just think that, maybe I'm overreacting and I'm a little oversensitive because of everything that's going on. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thanks for your likes, your dislikes, your thumbs up, thumbs down, subscriptions, and all of your participation. And you guys have an awesome night. Thanks for watching.